We haven't bought beef from the grocery store in 7 years. In 2017, we butchered our first steer, and it was a really eye-opening experience. To get back all that meat from the butcher was really incredible, and it really got us excited about cows. So we started small with only a couple cows and grew from there. Our herd typically ranges from 5 to 10 cows, and we have about 9 acres of irrigated pasture and about 10 to 11 acres total of area for the cows. All through the summer months, our cows are on irrigated pasture, so that meets all of their food requirements, and in the winter time, we feed about 30 tons of hay. At a minimum, we eat about half a steer a year. A lot of times after we butcher a steer or 2 steers, we keep a half and we sell or share that other half with friends and family. We're really lucky to be a part of a bull share. So our good friend brings us the bull after they're done using it, and we get to have that bull for about 3 months. That gives the bull a good chance to cover all of our cows and heifers that we have at the time. And then in the early summer, we start going into calving season.
He needs mama's milk to make him fat now. My goodness. First few steps. You're going the wrong way, honey.
This year, we have 2 cows and 1 heifer that are due to calf. So we're gonna get three calves this year, and we'll see if we get all steers, if we get all heifers. It doesn't really matter to us. Steers are nice because that's an automatic beef right there. Heifers, you have to make a decision. Are we gonna keep them? Are they gonna go to the sale? We actually have an auction yard just 15 minutes down the road, and when we are ready to move some cows along, they're not working in our herd, then we take them to the auction. So how long do we keep a calf before we decide to butcher it out? Typically, we will have a calf in the early summer. We winter that calf over, let it nurse on mama for a long time, and then in the following fall, so about 18 months, we go ahead and butcher. Sometimes we winter over again. It's actually more ideal in terms of yield. The steer is on green growing grass. They're gaining. We think that the meat is actually better. So if we can, we let them go for 2 years. They're very mature at that point, and that's the best way to go. But you do have to feed them another winter. We have a USDA approved butchering and processing facility in our area. We've been using them for a few years, and what that's allowed us to do is actually sell our beef by the pound from individual packages. Another way we sell beef is by someone buying into a share. So a beef share is what we call it. So they're buying into part, usually a quarter or a half of the cow itself. It's kind of a workaround from not processing it at a USDA approved facility. So, are we making money from our cows? Well, yes and no. Basically, hay in the winter, it costs a lot of money. It's expensive, but that is only half the year. And when we do have an excess of beef to sell, last year, for instance, we were able to sell 2 full beef shares. To be transparent, we ended up making about $8,000. That more than covered hay costs from the previous winter. But every year is different. Going into this year, we aren't going to have that much beef to sell. But having a herd of cattle, even if it's a very small herd, a micro herd, It's incredibly enjoyable. My wife and I and my whole family, we love cows, and we appreciate what they give us, and we are absolutely going to keep doing cows. They have been our favorite farm animals. And cows are easy. Yes, you have to have good fencing because they do break fences. But fences are a constant battle on any ranch, homestead, farm. Just comes with the territory. If you can do it, I would highly recommend it because cows are really wonderful, wonderful creatures. They're hardy and they're curious. And in our case, we have some really nice cows. We spend a lot of time with them, so they're comfortable with us. We also have this one right here. She's actually been on the property since we first came onto this property, and we bought her from someone who had really given her a lot of love as a calf, and she is very, very sweet. So there you go, a simple look at how we raise enough beef to sustain our family with a relatively small herd of cattle. Thanks for watching.